The following program is for entertainment or educational purposes only and may contain content for mature audiences. Discretion is advised. The Numbers Guys are not affiliated with or endorsed by any professional or collegiate sports organizations or associations, nor any sports book or other gaming outlets. We always advocate responsible gambling. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem and wants confidential help, call 1-800-GAMBLER. In Ohio, call 1-800-589-9966. In Michigan, 1-800-270-3044.
Live from TNG Studio 8B in one of the farthest geographical points in the United States from sunny Las Vegas, it's the Numbers Guys Better Betting Podcast.
Well, hello there, and welcome to the Numbers Guys, episode number 16. Hope everybody's doing well tonight. I'm having a small technical difficulty. I seem to have lost the other four Numbers Guys back in Studio 8B, so I'm going to take 1 second here and reconnect them, hopefully. Let's see here. Interesting. There's always a technical difficulty when I'm not there for some reason. All right, hold on a second here. Let me see here. Try to follow that link again. All right, there's my little man. Yeah. Well, I'm going to go ahead and continue with the introduction here. And I think they're here. Let's see. Yeah, there they are.
What were you saying about the little man before we came back?
He was hanging out behind me there.
Oh, you actually had a little guy behind you.
Oh, it's a midget.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a drunk midget that I hired to follow me
I don't
around.
think you're allowed to say that anymore.
Little person. You're right. I'm sorry. Well, as I was saying there, sorry about that, folks at home, but you guys have found the best, and I do mean the best show. We're four finance guys, and we got an extra this time, too. Get together, drink some beer, talk sports, talk chicken wings, talk beer, whatever our focus group indicates that you guys, valued subscribers, are going to love. I'm JT. I'm in the co-producer's chair tonight from sunny Mackinac, Michigan. With me, as always, in the co-producer's chair, my boy D-Dub. What's going on, D-Dub?
Hey, I'm just trying to manage the buttons over here. Struggling a little bit, but what are you going to do?
Yeah, well, you're doing fine. You look good.
On a job.
You feel
How did
good?
I lose you there? How did I lose you?
I don't know what happened there, but we got it
What are
remedied.
you wearing over there, Dub?
That's Bob's Country Bunker.
Okay.
Yeah, what
They have
is that?
What's the
Both
story
kind,
behind it?
they have both kinds of music.
What's-
Country and Western.
Country and Western. What's
Blues
that from?
Brothers. You ever,
Yeah, there you
ever
go.
seen that movie?
I've seen
Ever
it.
Tell of it.
I've
Yeah.
seen it a long time ago.
There you go. I think they played it once a week on the College Dorm channel.
I think you're right. Something about eating corn on the cob. Be hard to do with no fucking teeth.
Kid show.
Good show. I'll tell you what, since you're over
Right
there
down
in
the
that seat, why don't you do the intros tonight?
I got JT coming to us from a cabin nearby.
There you go.
Uncle,
There you go.
Uncle Tom.
Yes, sir.
We got Anthony. He's formerly known as Tones.
Or reverse, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. How you doing,
Down
Tones?
At the far
Good.
end, we
Okay.
got Richie Rich.
Ricardo.
See it.
And
DW, been a while.
in the middle, we got somebody else that is related to somebody else here. We're not going to say who and see if you can guess.
Guess in the comments.
We'll have to
Only
figure it
way
out.
that I got in.
I have him billed as Dale Dubs, so I got D Dubs and Dale Dubs. That's what's on the screen over here.
Thanks for giving it away.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate it. I've never been on a podcast of this importance and magnitude across the
This is,
Midwest.
high, this is high level.
This is
Mr.
this
Nice
is high
Guy
level
saying you haven't
stuff,
been on
man.
a podcast ever.
Right.
Enjoying.
The bestest ever.
Speaking of podcasts, Rich, how's Lawrence coming along?
Well, they're at dinner again tonight, so I guess I'll get some more info on that. Maybe she'll chime in on the chat for us.
Yeah, that'd
Let
be
us know
great.
how that's going.
Let us know how
Am
it's
I
going.
supposed to be operating the chat?
No, I get to see the chat over here, so you guys just are going to be looking at me the whole show on that monitor. There's really not much for you to do, Daryl, except flip around the cameras as you see appropriate.
Did you see that Dale brought in a beer as well?
I did. And what beer did you bring in tonight, Dale?
I brought my personal favorite. Just it's a IPA and it's the old standby Boss Tweed.
Oh, it's a classic.
It's a classic. It's good for the golf course because you can drink. It's easy drinking.
Yeah.
You drink 6 or 8 of them or so on the golf course, and
Oh, I'd be
you might,
toast.
I don't know if you
it'll
wanted-
just be a 13-hole round.
I was gonna say, I don't think you get through the back
sometimes
9.
13 holes is better than correct.
I'd be donezo.
All right.
So
Well,
that's usually my goal when I take them out there with me.
Play 13.
13.
13.
I'm
Nice
excited
number.
about that. I am. I don't have one, but I've had it before, so I can
You
chime
got
in.
yours there, Jimmy. He was supposed to put it somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, folks at home, we have a killer show lined up for you tonight. We really do. Let me tell you a little bit about what we're going to do tonight. We're going to do a little bit of libation exploration, which we already touched on. Tonight's beer, it was my turn to buy. What is tonight's beer? It's Saugatuck Peanut Butter Porter. Saugatuck Peanut Butter Porter. So I'm excited to try that out, as well as some Boss Tweed back there in the studio. That's always a good thing. We're going to do a little FBS preview. I think we've all went through now and picked what our feeling is for the most likely FBS playoff teams for the year. So we're going to go ahead and go over that. As usual, as we do every week, we're going to do trivia to determine who will buy the beer next week. We're going to review last week's picks. We do have some new top picks for you at home today, and God, it should be a really good show. D-Dub, you have anything you want to add there?
I was just going to say it should be a good one.
Should be a good one. I'm looking forward to it. Well, let's go ahead then, and let's start as we always do. Oh, by the way, I meant to say we are going to hold off wings. We have no wings tonight, no wings challenge. So we finished the first round, and we'll get back to that next week with the second round. Is that cool?
That'll work.
Sure.
Okay,
I'll sign up for that.
awesome. All right, let's do some libation exploration.
Tasty beers or fine bourbons for our face holes to try. It's libation exploration with the numbers guys.
And we
Look
are
at that.
back. Libation exploration, my favorite time of the show. Yeah, this should be a good one tonight. We have Saugatuck Brewing, and Anthony, in honor of your what we showed last week. Did you have a chance to watch the show last week? I know you've been kind of busy.
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah. Did you, everybody like my video? of
Yeah.
the-
In honor of that, I decided to take you to Saugatuck, buddy. We're going to do a little Saugatuck Brewing Company.
Yeah, that's what happens in Saugatuck.
Dale,
what I was supposed to.
You got a good Foot Locker story?
Foot Locker.
Utica, downtown Utica?
Oh,
The locker
I thought you were
room.
talking about
Locker
buying a pair
room.
of shoes
Wow.
at the Foot Locker, but
No, Anthony, did you see Tones get a BJ there last week?
Yeah, by a dude. And,
A
and
dude.
somebody in my group paid for that too, which I was like, I don't know about that. Yeah, I wouldn't pay for it, but I enjoyed the ride. So,
You did. You gave him 2 thumbs up, which I thought was hilarious, man. You
yeah,
after he hopped off you, you give him 2 thumbs up. I thought that was pretty funny.
this looks like Coke or something.
What's that? The
The
porter?
beer. Yeah, it looks like Coke.
Yeah, I haven't even opened mine yet.
boil off of a can of Jif.
Yeah, actually, I do have a photo of this. I'm going to show the folks at home real quick here. This is the can of peanut butter porter. Alcohol by volume on this one, 5.7. And it's supposed to be, according to the back of the can here, it says it is bold, smooth, and creamy, as a porter should be. A classic porter, rich with the delicious
That's right.
harmony of peanut butter. Delicious harmony of peanut butter. Interesting.
Oh, I like peanut butter.
Yeah, open the top on this flavorful beer for a silky, smooth drinking experience, and no
Actually, it is
spoons
kinda smooth.
required.
No spoons or
No
jelly?
spoons. No. Or straws, possibly. I don't
Quick
know.
side note is, does anybody's kids like peanut butter and jelly?
All my kids.
Yeah.
No,
do?
they like straight peanut butter sandwiches, not jelly.
No jelly? Okay.
Just
Yeah.
peanut butter.
One
Jam.
of them. One of them does.
Jam.
One of
Gotta
them
have
does.
None of mine do.
My one kid loves Nutella. It was
They
my
do like Nutella.
Italian influence on them.
How could you not?
Okay.
It's just straight chocolate, essentially,
It's
right?
got hazelnut though.
That's what they say.
I'm not
I think it's
hazelnut
just
guy.
melted chocolate.
Hmm.
Just something to loosen up the chocolate.
It's not bad. You like it?
Now, you know, it's interesting. You ever have one of those, what do you call them, Jimmy? It's like a beer parfait or something. You pour it in a shot glass with a root beer schnapps or something like that.
Butterscotch schnapps, perhaps.
You never had that?
I don't think I've ever had that.
That's shocking.
That is shocking.
Anyhow, that's what this kind of reminds
Just
me
blew my
of.
own
Right.
mind.
like maybe 1 or 2 shots of this, and I don't think I can finish the whole can.
What a shocker.
But
Come on, Dubs.
Let's see.
YOLO, man.
it's interesting.
It
I'm
is
trying to get a
interesting.
handle- I'm trying to get a handle on my rating for this.
I
Yeah,
mean, I would
it's-
never order a peanut butter beer, but I mean, I guess it is exactly what it's advertised as.
yes.
I mean, it
Truth
fits,
in advertising.
fits the bill. I don't think I could drink more than one of these, though.
Right.
Not
I think
without
it's
some
the one.
jelly.
It's a one and done deal.
Yeah. If your goal is to grab a 4-pack and go do something, it's not.
That you're not going to do the Seneca, of course.
No.
How many holes
with
are you
you.
finishing with the
No.
peanut butter porter deal?
It's going to be the same can will be in the cup holder the whole round because it's fantastic, but halfway through, forget about it.
Yeah.
I think that, a good way to put it, if Homer Simpson drank something other than Duff, this is what he would drink.
This will be his one-off. This will be the one-off
Yeah.
Homer.
I think it is.
You don't think this is a mow the lawn on a 90-degree day and then
No.
still have a
Oh,
cold
No,
peanut butter porter?
If you want a refreshing, this is not the deal here. I don't think.
I kind of want to crunch my Ritz crackers up and put them in there.
It might not be bad actually.
I think it's a.
Oh, yeah, Ritz goes a long way.
This is what they call an after dinner beer.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Dessert.
You might be onto something there.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Dessert, sure.
I'll go with the chocolate porter, but
This is Saugatuck.
I think it'll do
This is
if
chocolate.
you're a big
Saugatuck.
peanut butter person, then this might be the.
But yeah,
Beer
Rich was
for you.
100% right. It's as advertised.
Oh yeah, I
Definitely.
mean they come through with the taste. I think.
What is the opposite of like sour, like a bitter, like that bitter beer face?
Bold.
This is the opposite of that. I don't know what that word would be,
Opposite
but like
of
there's
bitter beer.
no like
Sweet, I think, is the
doesn't
opposite
give
of
you
bitter,
any
right?
like face to make afterwards.
There's some taste that hangs on after though.
But
Mhm.
yeah, there's something there. You're right.
Yeah. Now, you guys want to go around the table, give your scores here?
We'll start with what, Anthony?
Yeah, start with Tones.
Yeah, I mean, again, as everybody mentioned, is advertised. I mean, there is peanut butter flavor. This is not something I would probably drink or choose on my own. But because there's the peanut butter flavor, I think is on spot on, and I would probably get it like a 5.3. That's what
5.3.
I'd probably go with. Yeah,
Okay.
Pretty good.
So you're saying
you
it's
got,
an average beer.
average beer, but
Just above average.
yeah, just slightly, but yeah.
All right.
This
Yep.
is a one and done deal, though.
Well, it qualifies as far as it's a peanut butter beer.
Yeah.
It's bold, it's smooth, it's creamy,
Yeah.
but zero chance that I would ever order this anywhere. I'm gonna go with a 3.5 on this guy. Right here.
Ooh. Man, you
Wow.
murdered it.
Harsh.
This guy hasn't had
Fucking
Chi-Chi's.
cold.
I've never
That
even-
is
you
cold.
know,
You haven't tried Chi-Chi's?
I was told about
You know what?
the Chi-Chi's. I heard
Get
about
Dale a
the
Chi-Chi's mojito and let me see what that's
Hey,
like.
fire that
There's-
bad boy over here.
There is one more of those in
One
there.
of those.
Yeah, there's one
Yeah,
of those.
line up the
Mojito?
5 Chi-Chi's we did already. Have them down
I
the
guarantee
Five.
that rating would go up.
Yeah, line them up.
I think we've done probably 8 or 9 of those so far.
Is it? Are we up to the?
Man, God, it seems like we've been doing them forever. I don't know.
I really hope it's over soon, but I think we're just scratching the surface.
You know what?
Chi-Chi flavors.
We went
After
through all the good
Mudslide,
ones.
it went- yeah, mudslide. Everything else was off a cliff.
Yeah, you started with like the peach was the best, and now it's been down.
No.
It's like Daytona 500 the first week.
Right.
Yeah.
We
right.
need to get your brother a mudslide.
I'll see what I can
Okay.
do here.
Then what do? You Daytona 500, then you just why even play the rest of the game?
Yeah,
just play the
it's
Super
done.
Bowl.
It's done.
Yeah.
Close to the mic.
Game over.
Oh,
Mudslide
sorry.
is
You're good.
they got it right, and then everything else.
I'll give my review since Daryl's up, and I'm a big fan of the Jif peanut butter. That would be my favorite.
You have peanut butter brand loyalty, Rich?
I do. I mean, Peter Pan just doesn't get the job done sometimes.
Okay.
And Jif,
Okay.
it has to be creamy. It can't be nutty.
Yeah.
No nutty. No nuts here, sir.
No, I think Jif it's the leader, the market leader.
Yeah, Jif. So it doesn't taste like Jif,
Market
though, which is
leader.
disappointing. So I'm going to give it 5.7. 5.7.
5.7. Nice.
Yeah.
D-dub.
I told you. When you
I feel like you got to give it the score that it's earned. Like it's supposed to be a peanut butter porter, smooth and creamy. It's got to be like a 7-8. I wouldn't buy it, but I mean, I think it does. There's truth in advertising, right?
Oh, I agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
You're
I'm-
rating that though on
Man.
your rating scale.
Yeah, I would be down below that. It would. It's not. I could drink it. I could finish it, but I probably won't. But nevertheless,
I'm
I
kind
You're
of
not pairing it with a porterhouse.
no. Or a vanilla Java porter.
those are good.
Take the vanilla Java all day.
Yeah.
But I guess I'm not a big peanut butter candy kind of a guy.
No, me neither. I'm not a big peanut butter guy in general,
Well,
with the
the,
exception of peanut butter cups.
You ever been on a podcast before?
Was that?
Not of this magnitude. I thought I announced at the beginning. Not one that affects people all throughout the Midwest.
Hey, don't let us stop you from taking that call.
The
Yeah.
all I know is the Saugatuck Brewing Company does a fantastic job. Everything that they have over there, and I've tasted a lot. Never tasted this one, but I've tasted plenty, and they all amazingly nail it on the nose. The taste of every beer they have to offer. It's just amazing how they can do it. I don't know how they must have Beaker and all these scientists running around back there.
Bunsen and Beaker.
Yeah, they have them. They must have pulled them up.
Who's the-
Old
who's the-
Muppets?
They got them. Yeah,
the
oh, yeah.
Muppets, yeah.
They're fantastic. That guy's great.
Yeah, Beaker.
So they
Love
do a
the
great
Beaker.
job. So I don't want my slam of them to come across the wrong way. But yeah, peanut butter.
Do you want to raise their rating after trying a mojito?
Ooh,
Oh, is that Dale? Is that what you got? You got the mojito?
That's I was just rolled this mojito over here.
I don't think I tried the mojito.
Oh, you're
Ooh.
lucky, Tones.
You guys might have done it when I was out. Yeah.
That's like the worst
Sure,
one.
Dale, sure.
No, it's not the worst one.
Seriously, man. I feel like I should be gargling it and spitting it into the Rocky Balboa bucket.
Did you become
Wow.
a fan of it?
No, but I would if I had this at my house. Somebody left it after a party. I probably would put a shot of Tito's in it and just roll from there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you could kick it up with some Tito's.
Stiffen it up a
Well,
little.
you don't have to
Obviously,
wait.
tequila would be the right way.
You don't have to wait for somebody to
Tito's.
leave that around at a party because it's only 99 cents at your local
For real.
supermarket.
All
Oh,
this
yeah.
foods for 99 cents.
99
Best
cents.
deal- Best deal in town, dude.
You notice though what it's made of.
He hasn't got that far yet.
No, I wanted to taste it first. Okay, so it's grape wine, 25 proof.
Grape
Yeah,
wine.
grape wine.
Isn't that what you think of? What do you think of
Mojito, yeah, grapes.
Yeah,
I don't
grapes.
get it.
When I think of Chi-Chi's, I think of grape wine.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got some. Obviously, they got a whole bunch of people walking around in the wooden buckets in the back, stomping the grape stomp. That's what it tastes.
Celebration of grape wine.
Tastes a lot like somebody.
Let me ask you, Dale.
Guy that picked the grapes.
Lucy and Ethel are back there.
Does that taste like a mojito to you? We had a bit of a controversy on the show last. It doesn't taste like a mojito to you.
I've had a fair share of mojitos.
I told you, Jim.
and
Even like a
that's nothing like mojito. You can't even call Chi-Chi's should be ashamed of themselves. Are you sure this isn't cha-chas or something? Because Chi-Chi's wouldn't do that.
The margaritas taste like a margarita, but it's not good. But it tastes like margarita. But
See, I don't know. To me, it tasted. I just tasted the mint. I guess is what it was. It tastes like a mouthwash almost.
Mouthwash.
Well,
Yeah.
if you have if you're getting served a mojito that tastes like that, then you should send it back.
Yeah,
Yeah. Nah, I agree.
you would send it back.
I'd drink about 3/4 of it first, then I'd probably send it back.
That's the voice of experience, folks.
All right. Well, we got a pretty good handle here on the peanut butter porter. I didn't give it a score. I'm going to give it a. I'm kind of with you, D-Dub, on this because I'm not a big peanut butter guy. It's okay, but I think they did. They did what they said they were going to do on the can here. So I'm going to go with a 6-1. 6-1. Yeah, not my favorite, but what
Fair
is
enough.
Boss Tweet is. Speaking of, why don't you guys want
Okay,
to check those ones out?
Now, without knowing me, am I going to rate this higher than this?
Anthony.
So wait, Tones is not an IPA. Me and Tones are not big IPA guys.
Okay, but there's no doubt in my mind that Boss Tweet out.
So this is going to be
Outscores.
better than a 5-3 for me.
No question.
Okay.
If you get a little bit of sediment in your mouth, just it's like Metamucil.
Sediment.
I'm not a big IPA guy either, but this one I do enjoy.
Yeah.
And also,
I like the
it'll
smell.
get you, it'll get you
I like
hammered.
the aroma off the bat here. Got some grapefruit action, which I'm a fan. I think this is going to beat the peanut butter score.
You like peanut butter?
It's trending up.
I mean, 9.3 is all you need to know.
That's stiff.
9.3?
It doesn't taste like a 9.3
No.
beer that you've ever had, right?
That's a smooth drink for 9.3.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
They are not the cheapest beer in town.
They may be the strongest grapefruit I've tasted in a beer, though.
I'm not one to pinch pennies, but I think this 4-pack might cost you about $20. Is that?
It might set you
think,
back.
uh,
$20?
Your local Garfield and 19 Mile Buscemi's,
Oh, yeah.
perhaps
I'm a fan.
$18.
$18?
18
For
bucks.
4-pack?
Deposit?
Four
Plus
That's-
deposit.
That's solid.
4-pack, but it's really an 8-pack because the
Well,
9.3%.
If you break down the
For
ounces.
sure.
Oh, it's like 7.40 cents on the deposit, right?
Yes.
That's budgeting and
There's
winning.
something there. Yes.
Cutting back your losses is another way to win.
That's right.
Hey, while you guys were tasting that, I had my wife come up here and she tasted the peanut butter porter, and she's a huge peanut butter fan. Eats peanut butter almost every night, and she made a face look like somebody's shit in their mouth. So I don't know if that means
She said it
anything to you.
tastes good, though.
No, she didn't say it tasted good either. No,
My brother would say, we know what he would
right?
say.
He says, "What does he say?
Bad.
Tastes like shit, but I kind of like it."
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Did she like it?
yeah. No, she didn't like it.
Oh,
Didn't
well,
like it.
I don't know what you guys do after hours, so I just wondering.
Some people like
Thanks.
that. It's kinky.
Yeah.
Pages
Too
dedicated
soon,
to that.
Too far.
You guys go ahead and carry on. Sorry about that. I just wanted to chime in before I forgot.
This is I think I could do this. I could wing this one.
I think that does go up close to the 9 range because
I'm gonna.
2 of them will put you
No,
not
this is-
in the
I'm feeling
on the
it. though.
freeway.
I'm getting a little buzz drinking this.
Yeah, if you drink 4 of them on the front 9,
I'll be done.
like I said, you're done at
I'll
13.
be in a sand trap.
If
You're,
you would've
you're
drank-
leaving your stuff out there at 13 is walking to the car, hoping somebody stops it and drive it.
If you'd have drank 2 of those before you went to the locker room, God knows what would have happened on that chair.
Oh, God.
Locker room.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, locker room, not Foot Locker.
Locker room.
Yeah,
I was misspoken.
Nobody's wearing a referee's jersey there.
Did they ever not wear jerseys in there like that?
I don't know.
I thought they did back in the day.
I took a peek inside and I said, "This is not for me. I'd like to wish Anthony another happy birthday, but
Yeah,
they got the drumsticks going over there.
Yeah, that's a problem.
we were jamming.
They got security outside, which is always.
I think
it's
some of the
always sort
girls,
of a,
some of the girls in that group almost got a fisticuffs with the
Oh,
table
dear.
next to us.
No, I do not doubt that.
I was
What-
buzzing.
what
enough
was
where I
that?
didn't realize. I think a couple of the neighbors were irritated with the table next to us.
Ooh.
But,
Oh, I didn't know that.
yeah, I was too focused with the dude on top of me.
And I was too
enjoying that,
focused
and
videotaping you with the dude
I
on
was
top of you.
reliving that over and over in my head to notice that we were about to get in a girl fight.
Wow.
Yeah, your neighbor there that
I
won
didn't know
the beer challenge. She looks a little feisty.
Oh,
Crossed her
she's-
the wrong way.
She's a tough cookie. You want to be on her good side. Let me tell you that.
Fair
yes.
enough.
Yes, you do.
I tried to stay on her good side.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. I'm not an IPA fan, but I think this is as good of an IPA as I've had. I would say. So I'm gonna do 7.9.
Yeah, it's a good score. Higher than I thought you were gonna go, Tones, because it's IPA-y, that beer.
But this is one I could do. This is an IPA I can handle.
All right. Cool, man. Dale, we kind of know your feelings on this, but
Yeah, I'd probably say 9, and if we're going on a 10 scale, I would give it a 9.5 just because it's my go-to. I don't have anything other to add than that than the fact that they have a couple of session beers that knock it down a little bit down to 6 and 5 that are fantastic if it's going to be all day at the beach, all day at Mackinac,
yeah,
where JT is enjoying the beautiful weather.
sure.
So you don't really want to sit there and drink 4 packs of Boss Tweed all day. But
No.
the M43 is fantastic, as everybody knows. And then it's a little brother of the Orbit is even the littler brother of
Which
the
one's
Boss
that
Tweed.
now?
The M43 is the little brother of the Boss Tweed. I think it's at a 6.7, but the Orbit is even lighter. So, but it comes in at like a 4.2, and that's something that guys that don't really enjoy IPAs, they might enjoy that even more. So,
So I should give
something
that.
to think about.
I should give that a whirl.
And I would say keep your eyes open out there because that might show up again on a future podcast.
The Orbit, eh?
Ooh.
I haven't had
Let's
that.
keep that.
I have not
Let's
had
keep
that
that in the
one.
quiver for down the road.
So
Absolutely.
where do you put this against a Hurricane Rich?
Hurricane Rich, I don't know because I never knew where Hurricane Rich was coming from. They would just show up, and it was just miles of devastation. Hurricane Rich,
Hurricane
fantastic.
Rich.
This was
Not being
your
sensitive.
college days,
Yeah.
Rich?
Yeah, you could say that. Meandale
So we had
did a lot of damage on Hurricane Rich's back.
Yeah, and I think that I was actually in college at that time, that night, if I remember right.
I think you were going for your 5th degree.
Yeah, I was. I remember that.
But yeah, we're lucky to kind of escaped the devastation of a couple of those nights overall. But here we are. So
Perfect.
survived.
good.
Survived.
I'll give it a 7.6. Pretty good. I've had better IPAs, but this one's really good. I think if you even don't like an IPA, you would enjoy it, like these guys are saying. So, but I am looking forward to seeing a little Orbit in a future broadcast.
Yeah,
podcast.
I'll be down for that.
9.3 ABV. I give it a 9.3 score.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a good
Ooh,
score.
I see what you did there.
I think you just you see that on the can, and then the flavor is enhanced. So that you're getting that kind of a turnaround.
That's
on
good
it,
bang for the taste.
Yeah.
I think I agree. I'm right on.
So
Yeah, I was kind of afraid that maybe it turns people off, right? Like, oh
Hey, I like getting buzzed quick.
man, you're gonna give me. I gotta try this. You know, it's not gonna be good. You know, as I've had it at different bars. I think the place on Crooks over there or whatever. I'd always try their beer, their highest percentage beers they have on tap, and it just seemed like when I would pass them out to everybody to try, they knew that it was a 10.5. You know, it was made by monks in a monastery in the highest Alps. So it always had a story to it, but the high percentage always turned people off because they thought for sure it was going to have that. It was going to be too IPA-y.
Yeah.
I remember being in that bar in Ferndale on Woodward that has like the grass skirt around the bar.
Oh,
Ferndale?
Kind of got like a Hawaiian theme on
Is that-
Woodward there. 9.
it's not Como's. No.
No, it's a nice place, but
No,
no.
but it might be 2 doors down from Como's.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Is it?
By the brewery there?
Anyhow, I had a couple. One night, I tried 90-minute IPA Dogfish Head
It's good stuff.
and never had it
Doghead,
before.
Yeah.
And I had about 3 pints, and I was slurring my speech. Luckily I had a ride home because I don't know what would have happened on the mean streets of Ferndale. It was.
You don't want to be on the receiving end of
I
that.
think that one is about 10% alcohol.
You go to the
10
shot chair.
something, and this is not far off. So yeah, I think this is a danger zone, but very good. I think you drink one, and then you switch it over to Corona or Miller Lite,
Or-
something in the 4.0
or
range.
Peroni. So
Peroni, sure. What's that? What's the what was the ABV on that one?
Peroni's?
you just had one out, Rich. What was it?
It was
Peroni?
still too high.
Yeah, the
I
bottle?
think. I think that one's still
Was it
5.6.
Yeah, Jim, JT had pictures of Peroni in New York, which I've never
Yeah, that
partaked.
looked great.
On
Oh,
tap.
yeah.
You
Yeah,
found
we were.
Peroni on tap.
Yeah, you don't see that often.
Are you going to
That's-
tell us about your New York trip, Jimmy?
You know, it's not here on the agenda, but I'll tell you, we had a great time, and we ate.
5.0.
As far as pizza goes, we went John's of Bleecker, which is if you're a stoolie, that's one of Prez's favorite spots. So we did that, and we went to Bleecker Street Pizza, not to be confused with John's. And John's was far superior. It was great. It was really good pizza. So that's not usually my favorite style either. I like the deep dish stuff, but it was good. It was really
A
good.
good New York slice, man. I'm all over that.
Yeah, and you can get pictures of Peroni there as well. So
Yeah,
I
that's
don't-
awesome.
I don't like
Yeah.
when
That would be
the
awesome.
primary goal of the pizza place is to confound you by their name, you know? Try to make you think that you're going to a different place. Bleecker Street versus John's of Bleecker.
Is that like from the Office episode?
Richards. That's
Yeah,
where they would
Richards
go.
and two Richards. Pizza
By the
place.
way, Dale, never seen it.
You never seen
The
Office?
Office?
Never saw The
Oh,
Office.
come on, dude.
I've seen a couple half episodes.
My
my
wife's got
God.
reruns going on every
One
night.
time, the one guy was in charge. Next time, a different guy was in charge. When I saw it, and I'm like,
So it threw you off. It's too much.
Just forget it.
It's complicated.
Where's Tool
Yeah,
Time?
Will
at?
Ferrell.
Why are they talking to the camera
Where's
all the
Tool
time?
Time?
Yeah. What is this? Ed TV or something? What's going on? Ridiculous.
NTV. That's not the usual go-to mockumentary movie. Isn't it the
Truman Show?
Truman Show?
The Truman Show.
But you went with NTV.
I think Ed TV was the better of the two.
No doubt about it. Hands down.
Little Matthew
Hands
McConaughey.
down.
I have never heard that before, Jimmy.
Ed TV, an Ed TV reference? No,
Yeah.
no, I've never heard an Ed TV reference.
It's been a long
Ever.
time. since I heard-
It's an obscure fact. Just stating the facts here.
Let me, for completeness sake, let me cut back over to the boss tweet. I'm going to give that one. I'm going to give that a 9-1. I've had it. I think it's Old Nation's probably their finest offering, in my opinion. It's a fantastic beer. I wish I could have one. Instead, you know what I got? I got.
You got
I don't know
peanut
if you
butter.
can see it. Ah, shit! I don't know if you can
No.
see it here. Went to the Church
got
of Jesus
Dr.
Christ and
Bird.
Latter-day Saints right here, baby. I got some.
Have you ever had Natterday, Dale?
Natter days, those ones with the flamingos on them or something like
I
that.
think it does.
Yes, it
that
does.
a
Flamingos are all over it. Yeah.
Unfortunately, I was never able to try one of those Natter days. I heard all about them.
delicious?
They're great.
It's
Very
still
good.
around.
I think we set a lot of records with Natty Lights in college, but Natter days never
Oh,
made it.
Natterday is a whole new ball game. little strawberry lemonade.
They'll change
You
your
know,
life, man.
Speaking of strawberry lemonade,
Yes.
Liney's has a heck of a summer shandy that if I was ever to say something,
Yeah.
what it reminds me of, it is something like strawberry lemonade.
I like my wife loves summer shandy.
Summer Shandy's good. I think Natterdays might give it a run for its money, though.
For real.
I'm telling you, I would never say that until. Did you bring that in last week, Daryl?
Yes.
Is there any more of those floating around
I
there?
walked past them 100 times and not even
Is
thought
there one
twice.
in
Oh,
the
let me
fridge?
go take a peek.
I didn't get to try that.
Yeah.
You know what? No.
I'll try one of those bad
There was a
boys.
6-pack and everybody had 3 of them last week.
I did. I dived back in.
Two.
was
Everybody
good.
had 2 last
Yeah, I'm
Maybe
trying
we'll go after the show.
I'm doing the math on that right now.
The numbers guys are
Yeah.
not giving you the appropriate.
Not our strong
calculation.
suit. Numbers. No, that's not what we really do.
Yeah, don't come to us for business. So.
Yeah, Dale, if you get the chance, though, man, the Natty Natter Days, it is really good. I'm still working on my
6-pack.
first 30-pack of it, but I only got like 3 left now. So
I'll
that
put
was
it on
since
my
last
list.
week.
Is that like what is 30? On
Six-
Saturday, what does that take?
A 6-pack was $4.99,
Oh,
and I
that's
do.
about 2 Old Nation.
And I
lost
I
tweets.
do believe a 30-pack is only $6.99. So do that, man, real quick.
Yeah, I'm not
Is
sure what
that
it costs.
What the 10-cent can cost? Because we might have something going on here. This could be a Cosmo Kramer drive.
Just dump them out.
Hmm.
We need the closer for that, though.
Well, guys, next on the list here, I have we're gonna do an FBS playoff prediction, a preview of sorts.
Oh boy,
Where's the trivia?
I got that after the FBS.
After
he has an order, Daryl.
Yeah,
we
I
erase-
texted you the
does that-
agenda. I don't have the normal printed one out like I normally do
Does
because
that
I'm not
pencil
there.
have an eraser on it?
we have a
It
structure.
was in pencil. That's all I could find.
We
Here.
have structure.
Great Lakeside Mall store back in the day.
Structure?
Franklin?
Big fan.
Classic, yeah,
Give
classic.
me some Zuba's pants and
Name your
Bum
top 10
sweatshirt.
Lakeside stores.
I thought you were talking about
Oh,
Franklin's.
is that not this week?
Franklin Mint? Closed on Sundays.
Well, I can tell you,
Not
DJ's
exactly the
merry-go-round.
best.
Those were the 2 best.
Oh yeah, for real. Those. Come on, get some Z Cavariccis out of there.
Oh,
Buy
yeah.
one, get one half off. Forget
Get your
about it.
calves. It was badass. Jabot jeans. They sold those there.
Jabros, you get every color in
Yeah.
the world.
Yeah.
Jenko.
Jenko.
Dale, maybe you can confirm a story I've relayed to these guys before. Once upon a time, the Tilt,
Oh,
which had video games,
I love Tilt, dude. That was my jam.
and prior to that had a water park
Yes.
in the mall.
It was a
Prior to that, actually had and this is only what my mother told me, so I don't know if it's
I don't remember water park.
it's before my time, but before the water park, I do remember the water park.
I remember Tilt. Dude.
Is it true? Before the water park, there was a ice skating rink
Ooh.
in the mall.
In Lakeside Mall?
Yes.
An
I've
ice
heard
skating
that as
rink?
well.
I cannot confirm that. I've heard that. I actually found
Wow,
I
really?
found a pass that I owned when I was just a wee little boy that said good for one trip down the hydro tube. It was called the hydro tube.
Hydro tube.
And good for one trip down the hydro tube at Lakeside Mall. So yeah, Tilt
Tilt was
before that, it
amazing.
was hydro tube. It
I
was
love-
fantastic. So, but unfortunately, the hydro tube, you played at your own risk because every 3 foot was a new section, and every section had you were hitting stuff. Like every 3 foot, there was another rivet or two or three that you got to deal with, and so you really didn't stay there all day long.
Oh,
But I heard about the ice, the skating, but I definitely never saw it, and that would shock me if it's actually true because.
Is this an urban legend or something?
Because when the
I don't
mall
think
was
so.
built, I think that
76 or so.
it was
Something
built,
like that.
and I remember my grandfather saying that he hauled a lot of his business at that time was hauling dirt and moving earth, and he was a big part of that. And he never talked about the ice rink.
I don't think he ever stepped foot in the mall, though. I think he was
No,
more of a Macomb Mall kind of a guy.
He just he
Macomb
sat in the
Mall?
car.
Yeah.
That's classic.
There was no chance you could get C-Dub in a mall. Zero chance. It'd be like you get him in Oak Ridge Market.
Been there a
So
few
just
times.
Just to add about the water park, a friend of ours that Rich and I went to high school with, Mike, he lost a toenail in that ride on that hydro tube. Just what you said, he got a toenail stuck in one of those
Ooh.
Ooh, and
the
Hey.
seams. You know, they
that doesn't sound fun at
He should
all.
consider
dude.
himself pretty
Dang.
lucky that the nail was at the end of that sentence.
Oh,
anyhow.
that's interesting. You know what? I was
You're button it?
Mrs. Midwest and I were actually looking at historical stuff about the Macomb County shopping malls, and I'm almost positive that if you go, it's on YouTube. There's a commercial from when Lakeside first opened, or I don't know if it was, I guess it was a commercial, and they did. I'm almost positive they mentioned something about ice skating. Almost positive. I have to look again. This was about 6 months ago.
You gotta
I don't
wonder
know
why
we
that
were-
didn't last.
I remember my mom telling me she wouldn't make that up, so it's
Yeah.
gotta
Yeah.
be true.
Yeah, I think it's true. I just can't confirm that I've seen it with my own eyes.
Right.
Interesting.
Alrighty.
What's up next, Jimmy?
We got these FBS playoff predictions. First on the list here, I have D-Dub. You want to go first, D-Dub?
I will. Let me pull up the teams that I texted you because I don't keep that up.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'm going to pull them up. I'll put them on the graphic here. You're not going to be able to see them, so I'll just read them
This is
off
not
to you
no
here.
secondhand show
You
here.
have your 4 teams: Alabama, Georgia,
Mhm.
Oregon, and
Yes.
the Badgers.
So
Ooh.
the first two teams are, the obvious. They're
Badgers.
both in the SEC. However, I just got that feeling that something funny might happen. Dale and I just went over the schedule the other day. Alabama has a heck of a schedule, although three of those 4 teams that they play that are in the top 25 at the very bare minimum are all at home. So
Okay.
I kind of have a feeling they might get through that all unscathed and then lose to Georgia in the the SEC championship. Georgia's schedule is significantly weaker, and the question becomes, will something that happens outside of the SEC result in not 2 SEC teams getting in? I don't know. It doesn't seem like it's ever stopped it from happening before when there's been 2 teams right there at the top with no loss, 1 loss kind of situation. So I'm going with those 2 safe picks and then 2, off the wall picks. Oregon, because they might be the 4th best team in the Pac-4 or Pac-12 or whatever they're called now. They got the most returning talent, and they have Bo Nix, who crapped out at Auburn, but found himself last year,
Yeah.
and he's back.
Is there any better quarterback name than
Bo
Bo Nix?
Nix. I like it.
Fantastic.
Don't think about that one too hard.
Okay. So I got a feeling that USC is going to have some stumbles with that defense. You saw last week that they gave up a lot of points to San Jose State.
Mm-hmm.
I have a feeling they're going to have a few hiccups down the road, potentially. Utah, they just couldn't get past them last year, and I don't know that that's going to change.
3 tries, right?
2 for
I
sure.
think they lost them all three times.
They played them the third time.
I thought they did.
I didn't think you could do that in college football, the old rubber match, but
It was just twice.
nevertheless, what was my other pick, Jimmy?
It was Alabama,
Badgers.
Georgia.
Is an
yeah,
interesting one. I
Wisconsin.
kind of just got a funny feeling about that one because they got a
they got
preferred
Luke-
schedule and
And
they
they got
play.
Luke Fickle. Is
They, that that's part of it.
yeah,
they got
Cincinnati coach moved over there.
Might just be
Whichever.
like the right time. I don't know. Him
I-
coming over there the first year.
Every once in a while, the Badgers are stinky
Yeah,
tough.
They
so.
got a good quarterback situation. Brought in what was the fella's name there, Rich? Maserati or something like that. I don't know where he's from, but he had a pretty good track record as well.
I don't know.
Yeah.
All I know is I think you're 3 years early on your pick.
No, I think it's going to be a first year situation, and then he
he's
kind
got-
of fades
Fickle
off.
likes to throw the ball, right?
Well, they do talk about their offense,
Right.
and
So you got an offensive line that's they're built for a running
no
game.
question
Yeah.
about that, and top running back once again. Believe it or not, name
Believe
is
it.
slipping me, but
Where's the
he's top
fella
dog.
at that transferred from there? The quarterback? Is he in Florida now or something?
I don't know. What was that guy's name?
He sucked.
Sam. Sam.
He was supposed to be good. He was like a Heisman candidate his freshman year, and he just sucked.
Anyhow, they play
Look at
Ohio.
Phil Steele out.
Ohio State comes to town after they play Penn State, and I have a feeling if there's a time that Ohio State might lose, it might be just there
Yeah,
in
I agree with you on that.
Madison. So I don't know. The thing is, they might win everything and then go to the Big Ten championship, lose. I don't think they're going to get the same respect that Alabama does. So I don't know. I think 2 of the 4 would probably be about right. But
Well, nice long shot odds on your money, Badgers. That's
yeah.
for sure.
that's all.
Anybody know
So,
what the odds are for that? The pricing?
To get all 4 of them. right?
No, for Wisconsin.
Just Wisconsin in general.
They're
Probably
It's
80
got to
to
be
1.
3,000.
no,
You would think so,
I
Dylan.
wouldn't think it's that far,
I'm
but
gonna say 80 to 1.
What are they ranked? 14 or 15?
yeah, they're
something like that?
mid-teens. Yeah,
They are?
I think so.
I haven't looked
so.
at the rankings.
Let me see if I can find.
I don't
that.
look at the rankings of the week 6.
You're like the
Rankings
BCS.
are, yeah.
I mean, what's the point?
Nah.
TCU's 17. They don't have like a quarter of their team back.
Yeah.
That's just based on last year's. I don't know how Wisconsin's rated in the mid team. What have they done the last 4 years?
Absolutely
I
not.
mean, that's fair. But they got.
I'm surprised. No, I'm just surprised they're rated.
It's like Purdue and Iowa is like, well, they can lose 3 games. by themselves.
Wisconsin's plus 6,000, so
6,000,
60 to 1.
not 3,000.
60 to 1.
Yeah.
60 to 1. What if I got all 4 of those right? What would
Oh,
that,
it'd
what
be
would
a-
that pay out?
That'd be a nice little parlay.
Oh, if you got them all.
I'm thinking like
We'll have a fun time. I can
3,
tell you that.
400 to
Yeah.
1.
yes.
You figure Oregon's probably
Hurricane
even
Rich will be
higher,
back.
That's right.
Oregon is 40 to 1.
40 to 1.
Yeah.
And then the other 2 are like net sub numbers or whatever. Right?
Georgia's 225.
Minus 225.
No, plus 225 to make the. This is the win the championship.
Who's up next?
Oh,
By
yeah,
Tones is
yeah,
figuring that out.
Oh,
Oh yeah. Okay.
that's
Next
a little
up,
harsh.
I got our guest.
Yeah,
I guess our
yeah,
guest
Rich
Dale
is
Dub.
wanting to,
Dale
keep-
Dub. Let me
all
put him
right,
on the screen here for the folks at home.
keeping things moving over there, Rich. I never knew that about him.
Yeah, what do you got somewhere to be?
So Dale's got every school he's got a degree from: Michigan, Alabama,
Central?
Georgia,
Yeah, from
and
Central,
Clemson. Yeah, and the chips. Yeah, he's got the chips too. So Michigan, Alabama, Georgia, and Clemson.
So I think that it's you got to pick either Michigan or Ohio State. I went with Michigan, but the other 2 choices from the SEC, I think we're just going to have the same exact thing that happened last year. Alabama plays a couple of tough games, and they're both at home.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they're going to roll right to the championship game, as is Georgia. Clemson.
That's an
2 games.
interesting.
That
pick.
is interesting.
It's 2
yeah.
games. I think it's 2 games. I think they beat Florida State and
Yeah.
they beat Notre Dame. That's all they have to do, and then they get to the end of the season and make something happen. So,
Yeah.
is it a stretch? Maybe.
Disrespectful of Syracuse, sir.
I don't. I have 0 trust in Syracuse.
I was thinking of Clemson. I was going back and forth on them in there, but
Yeah, Clemson or Florida State.
yeah,
I can
Florida
see coming
State's
out of
a hot pick this year.
number 8, and number 9.
Yeah.
I think. So that's where I sit.
What about South Carolina? You could sneak up on somebody.
I just like the Gamecocks.
Yeah, Gamecocks are tough.
Well, they got that QB, the Spencer Rattler fella.
Yeah, the Rattler.
Ooh, yeah, it's tough. He's tough. He's a
He
crowd
beat him
favorite.
last year, I think, didn't he? I believe I scored a nice, healthy upset on that.
Oh,
last year.
I bet South Carolina to
finish?
win against Clemson
They finished
straight
that
up.
job?
They did finish just like I do every night.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's
Oh,
keep moving.
moving on there.
Rich, let's just take your picks.
Oh, actually, I got Tones next. If you guys,
What?
It's salty.
I
That's all right.
totally effed the order up
I'm-
here. Sorry about
I'm
that.
interested in what Tones has
So
to
I
say.
got Georgia 1. To me, until they prove otherwise, you gotta keep rolling with them. They're reloading and they got a hell of a defense every year, and I think they're just gonna be tough to beat. So I got them listed 1. Number 2, I got Michigan. Disclosure, I'm a big Michigan fan, but I think this is their most complete team since '97. Depth at running back, probably the best offensive line with the best running back duo in the country, and they got some receiver talent and a returning quarterback for the first time in a while. And I think they're gonna be pretty solid on defense. So this is the best chance I think they've had in quarter of a century to pull it off, and they got experience of making the playoffs the last 2 years at the feet, and I think that's gonna help them this year to get there. Ohio State, I didn't pick new quarterback, replacing some talent, and I think Penn State's gonna be pretty good, and they might knock off Ohio State too. I could see Ohio State having 2 losses at the end of the season. I got USC at number 3. Lincoln Riley, they got a lot of good transfer talent. He recruited heavy and guarded some. I know their defense still didn't look great first game, but they did get a lot of transfer talent, and he's an offensive guru. And after you're returning with the Heisman returning quarterback, I think they'll find a way to get through the Pac-12. They're on Pac-10.
Who is the OC there? Is that Norm Chow?
Norm Chow. I like Norm Chow. So I think USC will find a way to slip in, and then Alabama, I got a 4. I think they'll make it unscathed, lose to Georgia in the SEC championship game, and get the 4th spot. And I was with that. I was thinking Clemson maybe over USC. I was going back and forth on those 2, but that's kind of how I filled it out. So
Yeah. I like Clemson. I don't know, though. They just haven't looked very good lately. I got to see it. We got to win 3 games this
You're
year.
not just going to bet on somebody named Dabo.
That's right.
Dabo.
he's a cool guy.
Just
He's
wins.
Good fella.
All right,
Jimmy,
Richie.
you look like a Dabo. Anybody ever told you that?
You said I look like a Dabo?
Yeah, you kind of look like a Dabo.
What the fuck does that mean? I look like a Dabo.
I don't
I don't
know.
know.
It's kinda
I don't like
insulting.
where this is heading.
Call him a hick.
Rich,
He's a
Rich,
handsome fella.
here's your playoff prediction. You got Texas, LSU, Georgia, and the Ohio State University.
Yeah. I'll start with the crappy Big Ten first. I mean, it's going to be Michigan or Ohio State, like these 2 fellas said. To go to the playoffs 3 times in a row would be very impressive. I'd say off the bat that Michigan has the better team, but I just think Ohio State will have them. They'll be in trouble if Ryan Day loses a 3rd straight time to Michigan. And Penn State's an interesting wild card, but except they have a terrible coach. So
He makes bad
I think
decisions.
someone comes out of the Big Ten. I don't like the Badgers like Daryl does. I'll take OSU. Georgia. I'm with these guys. Georgia, Alabama, and I mean it's just been that way for what last 7, 8, 10 years. I think Saban. Call me crazy. I think he's losing a little bit. He's getting older. I don't know. I don't think he has his edge anymore. I can't name you anybody coming back from Alabama this year. I didn't think they were very good last year.
Yeah, and they got a quarterback. They're still figuring out their quarterback situation. I think.
Yeah. I mean, I couldn't name you anybody in Georgia either. They probably lost half their roster, but we'll just assume that one of those 2 get back, and then I could be wrong on either of those 2. Texas was kind of my wild card. They're back, but anytime you're sitting Arch Manning, I'm curious. This guy's got to be, was it Cures?
Yeah,
Your boy
yeah,
Quinn.
He's
Yeah.
a highly touted.
I mean, I lost Dijon Mustard Robinson, but running backs are replaceable.
Yeah,
But-
Texas, they get hyped up, but I gotta see it from them. You gotta.
They're always
see
a
it.
hype train, right? But I think that Big 12 is open.
Yeah. No, they could run it. I think.
I don't know what their schedule is offhand, and then but the preseason, I'm gonna guess it's pretty weak. And Big 12, I think Oklahoma's gonna be improved. TCU might give them a game, but I don't see them holding on for very long. I think the Big 12 is kind of an underrated conference. I'm glad that I'm covering them this year for the podcast, but I like Texas. I'm gonna go Texas, and then of course LSU.
Mm-hmm.
Brian Kelly, that guy wins everywhere. He talks great game everywhere he goes. He picked up the Southern accent in 14 days, and
It's impressive.
he's right.
That is
I mean,
impressive.
that guy. He actually started around here, so we know him pretty well. He started with Division II. Was it the Grand Rapids school out there, right?
As
Valley.
Lloyd Carr would say, he's pretty slick.
He's a slick fella.
Lloyd.
Yeah, so I think everywhere he's gone, he's a winner. And if he doesn't do it this year, it's gonna be soon. So I'm gonna ride LSU. They were fun to watch actually a lot last year. So
Yeah, they gave Alabama quite a.
they beat
run.
Alabama,
Yeah.
but they do go to Alabama this year,
So-
which I think is their toughest game. So and I think they avoid Georgia, if I remember correctly. So,
Yeah, I don't think they play Georgia. So yeah, LSU. I definitely could see them in there.
yeah, for sure.
Georgia only plays 2 teams in the SEC this year.
Was it Gox Tigers?
So-
Go. How do you say that?
Go Tigers.
I don't know how they avoided the rest of those teams, but nevertheless, they're playing Vanderbilt and
Carolina.
yeah, one of them, South. So, Jimmy, did you give us your picks yet?
I didn't. Let me put mine up on the
Are you
screen
gonna
real
do
quick.
that?
Yeah,
'Cause,
I don't have a ton to add, honestly. You guys pretty much said everything I was going to say. But I have Texas as well. I think Texas is probably,
All right,
unlike
Jim.
every other year, Texas is probably underrated this year. So I'm going to go with Texas. They got Quinn and your boy Arch riding the pine. And I think they were number 1 recruiting in the Big 12, if I recall. And then I think number 3 overall. So
Is that every year ever, or no? Do I have that wrong?
No,
The
Texas
overrated
A&M.
every
I think
year.
Texas A&M was number 1 the year before, and they crapped.
Oh, they shit the bed. I remember. Yeah, that was yeah. Also, Michigan. You guys already stated those reasons. Georgia and Bama. So I really don't have anything to add. You guys pretty much summed it up pretty well there for me. But yeah, that's where I'm at.
I think that Pac-12 is a pretty solid conference. I think they're gonna just beat up on each other.
Yeah.
and
Oh, I agree.
They always do.
The wild card would be Oregon State.
Oh, who doesn't like a good beaver?
No,
Yep.
Hey,
so-
yo.
Big Beaver.
What?
All those Beavers.
Or
No,
Chad
hey, yo.
Johnson back in the day?
They also had Hashman Zuda
At the same time, TJ Hashamazuda.
Yeah.
Hashamama Zuda.
It's going to be interesting to see what happens out there. Utah could very well end up back in the playoff. The playoff being the Pac-12 championship. I'm turning into a former
Is it-
president here, correcting all my mistakes with
Is it-
furthering that I'm actually right.
Is it
Yeah.
Florida State and LSU playing this week?
I think
Yes.
you're right.
And
They
that,
do, sir.
that game could be a big.
I think that's in the
Big game.
swamp, though, and that's going to be
Yeah.
trouble for Florida State.
You
Yeah.
think?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Florida State's
You ever been in the swamp?
Yes, I have. I saw the Citrus Bowl there.
No, have you ever been into the stadium?
Yeah. Yes.
Me
yes.
neither.
Yes, I have. Ben Griffin Stadium, right?
You've been in LSU Stadium?
No. Oh, I thought you said the swamp in Florida.
No, that's in the swamp of New Orleans. Sorry.
Oh, I
Orleans,
thought
New
you were
Orleans.
talking about
Nolans.
Gainesville.
Yeah, ready to go Tigers.
Well, speaking of Florida, well, you guys want to do some trivia real quick?
Oh,
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Giddy up.
Let me run the intro for that. Here we go.
What's the trivia?
Calling the masters of facts, the sultans of stats, the czars of knowledge that isn't learned in college. It's the Numbers Guys Trivia.
All right, the numbers guys trivia. Talking about Florida, so here we go. In 2008, Tim Tebow gave his famous promise speech after Florida lost To which team?
Oh, son of a biscuit.
In 2008, Tim Tebow gave his famous promise
This
speech.
trivia?
Yeah, after Florida lost.
I'd have paid more attention to that documentary if you'd told me this was coming.
To which, I thought Florida. We thought we were talking about Florida tonight.
Wow.
Which team
Huh.
did the Gators lose to?
I'll take the Utah trivia for 200. Alex.
You want the- Dude, I'll tell you what. The Utes trivia is pretty lean. I was trying to get side. There's not much there. There's not much there.
What is Kyle Van Horn?
Maybe.
2008.
2008. He gave his famous promise speech after Florida lost to whom? And if you guys either want to text me the answers, write them down, whatever you guys want to do. You can write
Where's
them
the
down and
paper
pass
at,
them over to
Jimmy?
Daryl if you want.
Jimmy, you got some paper?
Paper should be. I got those
Got
little
paper except you.
squares. Yeah, you don't have any paper.
We'll just we'll put up our answer when it comes to answer time.
Yeah, that's
See
cool.
who has,
That's cool. That is
who
cool.
did Florida lose to?
Who did Florida lose to in 2008? Then Tim
Hot
Tebow
eight.
gave his promise speech.
Promise.
Yeah. Which
Promise,
is,
huh?
yep. Yeah, he's going to do better. He promises. Blah, 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 blah. All right. We got some picks that we want to talk about briefly from last week. Let me put these up on the screen.
What'd you have
here.
last week, Dale?
Dale, yeah, what'd you have? How'd you do last week, buddy?
He had 3 winners.
Oh,
Would you believe it?
fantastic. You kidding me?
He's batting 1,000, man. Yeah.
I don't stop.
He had the Notre Dame under. He had Notre Dame, and he also had the over on the USC over San
USC
Francisco.
over. Yeah, that's the other one.
Perfect.
I actually doubled it up after those.
Nice.
Great.
Wow, very right, Dale.
Nah, it's just
Yeah.
I know
Download the
Florida
Ice Pick
played
program.
in the bowl game that year, but that he wouldn't have made a speech at the end of the season. I don't think.
I think you're right, Tones. I don't think.
Yeah,
I don't think.
I know.
it was that.
I know who they lost to in the bowl game that year, but you wouldn't. You give a speech at the end of the season when you're getting drafted.
That'd be weird, Tones.
Yeah, that would be weird. That would be weird. So.
Mm-hmm. Let me, while you guys are still thinking here, let me put up a performance from last week, since you're not going to be able to see it in the studio anyway. We got Rich. Let's see.
1 and 2.
Yeah, you were 1 and 2. You went. You're down 10.53 on the season or on your lifetime.
Yeah, I
D-Dub.
think the one I won though was Inter Miami, and they were plus something. So
Yeah, I think they were plus 160.
it's
weren't
close
they?
to
Or
even.
one-
Close to even, yeah.
Yeah, he went down a little bit. Wasn't bad.
yeah.
Wasn't bad. Could be worse. That's for
Miami,
sure.
Stuck with Messi. He, I think they won 3-0 or 2-0. So easy win there. Hawaii, Vanderbilt.
That
Those
didn't pan
Flying
out.
Hawaiians and Timmy Chang. I should have known better. They stuck with
Yeah.
them all night. I was so interested in that game. I fell asleep at halftime. And oh, the Notre Dame game. Yeah, the midshipmen. Midshipmen. God, they sucked last week.
Yeah, we all got kicked in the dick on that game.
Yeah, that was rough.
Yeah.
There was a round though to make me feel better about myself. Not.
Oh.
He made sure that he's like, "Why did you pick North Navy?"
Well, I did it
what were you
too.
thinking?
I had Navy too.
What were
are
you
gonna do?
thinking?
D-Dub, you are on your lifetime minus 12.12, 12.12. Tones, you're right there, minus 12.24, 5 units down. I'm still
coming back.
somehow in the black. You are coming back. I'm up 3.09. And as a group, we are down 8.23 or 14.73 units. You say it's improved, Rich?
I thought we were down 10% last week.
Well, I don't think, did any of us have a winning week last week? I was 1 and 2. Tones was, I think everybody was 1 and 2. weren't they?
I was 2-1.
Oh, you were 2. That's right. You were 2 and 1.
Yeah,
Okay.
so-
Yeah, you had a good week. So,
What was I, Jimmy?
I believe you were 1 and 2 because you had the,
That's nothing to write home about.
no.
What did I have?
It's better than
I
0
had
and 3.
corners. I had a bet. I bet on corners.
Yep. Corners is one that came home. That was plus, was that plus, it was plus $1.50 maybe, plus 160, something like that.
Yeah,
you go.
130, I think it was.
Yeah,
Soccer never
yeah.
does you wrong.
Not
Dubs.
in La Liga.
La Liga.
Well, yeah, you were saying you've been hot on the overseas stuff.
It's in Spain.
Yeah.
For those that are asking in the chat.
La Liga.
Yeah.
What's next, Jimmy? Is it my turn to talk, or is it?
Well, yeah. Anybody want to talk about anything? We know Notre Dame. 3 out of the 4 of us had
I
Navy
had a
plus
bunch-
20 or 21. Yeah.
I had a bunch of bets and I picked all the wrong ones for this 3 here.
Yeah,
you
me
know,
too.
I knew that Notre Dame was going to just slaughter them,
Yeah.
but instead I went with the over, and that was a no go.
That didn't.
I had
Yeah,
the
no
USC
bueno.
over, and they beat that by like 20-some points, the over in the USC game.
Yeah, I had that as well, but I had it in a single game parlay.
Oh, okay.
You familiar how those work? Guess what?
I think I learned.
I picked the Heisman Trophy winner to score a touchdown.
Yeah, Caleb
he
did.
did.
He threw about 4 or 5 of them, but
That
by
never
God, he
ran.
didn't run one in.
I thought he would.
Thanks
run
for nothing.
Yeah.
So that was a loser. The under hit on the Notre Dame game, which I lost on, and then those corner kicks. Somehow I got a knack for that. Nevertheless, lost about point. I think 3 horses went out and 1.3 horses came back. So
Yeah, that would seem about
another
right.
losing week.
It's all right. Plenty of weeks
Careful with
left.
those soccer games.
Yeah, Richie, you had. I'm looking at it here. Vandy, Hawaii, Navy, and then Red. Yep. So you're good.
Of course I'm
Tones.
good. I always know what I bet on.
Yeah, you're pretty good with that. Tones, you had the Navy
Timmy Chang.
plus 20.5.
Timmy Chang.
Then you had the SJSU and SDSU. You had both those. games too,
Yeah, San Diego State covered. I think they won by 10, and they were minus 3.5
but sounds
over Ohio.
minus 2.5. I actually got in that at
Yeah.
2. I had a pretty good
Yeah,
position on
and
that.
I think they won by 10-ish.
Well, they won by
Yes,
10, so it
they
didn't
won
matter.
easily.
Yeah.
Yeah, they won easily on that.
Like I always say.
So could be.
Shopping for half a point
My-
for half
my
an
boy
hour. It's
Brady
half an
Hoke.
hour too long.
My boy Brady Hoke, baby.
San Diego State has a heck of an athletic department.
You like that, Brian Dutcher?
Dutch, love Dutch. Knew him in college.
And I don't know. Rich Rod is back in the game at Jackson. He took
Oh,
over
is he selling snake oil? or
Is that
what
where
he
you
doing
took
now?
over?
He took over for Dion at Jacksonville.
Oh, he's at
State.
Jacksonville
Yeah,
State?
Rich Rod, baby.
Isn't that a historically black college?
Ooh, bonus.
That
Voted
seems a little
hot
weird.
topic.
Rich Rod.
button.
Rich Rod. Yeah. Well, he came from West Virginia originally.
Sure.
Yeah, that's as black as it gets.
And
Yeah,
his,
but the best coach we got out of that was Beeline.
his wife was in a Whitesnake video, I do believe.
Oh, really? Rich
His
Rod?
ex-wife.
And she passed away. Did she pass away a couple years ago?
Richard's
Tawny
wife?
Katane?
She was also his real estate advisor.
Oh,
Rich Rod was married to Tawny
Well, I know
Katane.
he sold Les Miles a spot in Ann Arbor, but
yeah.
we are talking Tawny.
He was banging Gary Muller's wife, I guess.
You know, that's all just sort of speculation, hearsay, and we don't want anybody to get
Yeah.
into.
We're not slandering anybody here.
No.
No.
Rise up.
DW, you want to give me a drop there for the top picks?
These are the top picks.
Yeah, good enough. Top picks.
You
We
didn't
got
tell me
'em.
Where that button was, boss?
We got him.
That's over there. It's one of those colored ones that says top picks. That's all right. The moment's passed. I'm not worried about it.
Did I get it? Did I get it?
These are the top.
Yeah, you got it, buddy. All right.
Nice.
We're
Bam.
good. Top picks. Now, traditionally, we start with Rich. Are you ready for your top picks, Richie?
I don't see the graphic, Jimmy.
Yeah.
You're not going to. Let me give them to you. I'll read them off. You have Colorado versus TCU.
All right, we'll go one at a time then.
Oh. Okay, you got the Buffaloes plus 20.5.
I know everybody's thinking Frog Nation here. 'cause I
Yeah,
am
that's what I'm
representing.
thinking.
I am the Frog.
Dion.
You know what though? I like Dion. And I like that guy. You know, I don't know how he's going to do this year, but I know TCU is not as good as last year.
Yep.
Give me the Buffs 20.5.
No, I agree.
Say
I
that
think he's
again?
going to come out.
Give me
teams-
the Buffs plus 20.5.
Colorado's going to be pumped up game 1. Oh,
It's
yeah.
in Fort Worth, but I don't know. Dion with that cowboy hat.
He's got some
Sign
cool
me up
shades
at
that borrow
the
his
They'll be ready to
sunglasses.
play.
I mean, any
Buffaloes.
coach that wears a cowboy hat, sign me up. I'm on board.
Yeah.
nobody's as good as the Tom Landry.
Yeah.
Um,
They're going to have swagger.
I love the Frogs too, but
Bum-
I got to go
Bum
Buffs.
Phillips for the win.
Ooh, love Bum Phillips too.
Rich, I hate to say this, but that's a terrible pick.
Okay,
No,
why?
I
Why?
agree.
TCU's returning a quarter of their team.
Yeah,
Everybody
I mean,
hates Dion because he's talking about things that are not going to happen for 2-3 years.
I agree.
So they're all going to blow him out by significally more than whatever the spread
I
is.
think
Well,
Dion gets the max out of his
48-31
talent,
gets the
though,
job
I think.
done today,
Yeah.
Daryl.
He gets the max out of his toes too, but
Maybe
that
two.
doesn't have anything to do with what we're talking about here.
I think you'll have him ready to
We're
play.
not talking about his lactose.
I would say,
Lactose.
what is my version of the ram at home there, Jimmy?
You'd be a damn at home.
Yeah, damn at home.
You're damning home the Frogs.
There's no chance that
Wow, that's-
Dion is going to cover that spread this week. Thank you.
I'm on Rich's side with this.
Are you on record with that, Daryl? That's your first
You
damn at
heard
home.
it. You heard it here first.
Okay, all right.
I'd
I
love to
do
see
have
it.
a Ram at home, but I'm saving that for a little later.
Daryl, I didn't look at your picks this week. So you have TCU?
I'm just fading Rich over there.
Oh, okay. You don't
Sorry.
actually have it. I do
Fading
have
out.
it.
I'll
It's
just put
Deion
more money in
Sanders.
it.
Like I just don't. The
Silly.
The
win
guy,
total-
what did he lose? 2 games at Jacksonville State? He can coach.
who
He's
did
a-
he-
he's a
who
hell
did he
coach.
beat?
Dude,
He's a
Beat
hell-
everybody that was on his schedule.
Elkhorn State,
But they were junked before he got there, and he
They were
turned them into
terrible.
a.
Jacksonville State.
Why do you not like Dion? Because he was a
Love Deion.
cowboy?
The win loss total
Love me some
was
Deion prime time.
5 when the numbers come out.
I'm not telling you
And
they're going
guess
to win
what?
the game. I got
Now
plus
it's-
20 and a
it's
half,
3
sir.
and a half.
I have plus 20 and a half.
It's not enough, buddy.
Neon, baby.
Well, you
It's
damn
not
at
enough.
home.
You keep
I
your
don't
ram
even
it to
think that these
yourself.
guys
We'll
that,
look forward to that, Rich.
Coach Prime
You
hasn't
should
even
look forward to that. Get
have
the
these-
bourbon out.
all these guys that haven't met each other yet on this team.
Right, he cut his whole team after the
It
spring
don't matter.
break.
He's got the. He
Spring
brings
break
that.
came along. He's like, go
He
back
brought
to
over half his Jacksonville State team, which was better than Colorado last
Yeah,
year.
he did. He cleaned
Not
house.
true.
He told everybody.
True.
Well, Colorado won 1 game last year. Who'd they beat?
Not TCU.
Colorado State.
Ooh. That's got to be a rivalry.
I didn't know this was such a hot button topic, Jimmy.
This is a hot
Otherwise,
topic.
I would-
That was another store at Lakeside, I think. Hot topic.
Fantastic.
Great.
Love the hot topic.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tropic, you mean?
No, hot topic.
Rich, your
Yeah.
second
So
pick.
I still got a credit card for that place.
I mean, wasn't it some
Well,
tropic, you mean?
Leave it to Daryl to turn my pick into a 15-minute argument.
Yeah,
Yeah.
one
Jeez.
pick and 15 minutes of
I
discussion.
don't like it.
You know, I really thought this was going to be a fast show tonight, but I might be wrong. I might be
Now we got
mistaken.
Daryl. We got Daryl.
We
Yeah.
got all night, and we got another 4-pack of Old Nation bouncing around here somewhere.
Jeez.
Thank
All
God
right.
we're out of mojitos, though.
Yeah, thank
So,
God.
What's
T-
next? I
you got,
Hawaii.
let's see, you got South Alabama. I'm not sure what this means.
Yes, they're playing Tulane. They're playing Tulane.
Oh, okay, you're missing that
South
part.
Alabama. Look them up, folks. One of the most underrated teams in the country. They're going to win whatever the hell division they're in. They are. I'm taking the money line. I think it's plus 200. Is that what I got written down, Jim?
That's what you got, plus 200.
Plus 200. Forget the 6.5. They're going to run the Tulane, which I think is the New Orleans. New Orleans? Maybe.
Somewhere in
the
the
Wave,
southern
or are
part
they in
of-
Oklahoma?
Say
Tulsa?
again?
No, Tulane. I don't know. Whatever. You know what? USA, baby. It's Labor Day weekend. Get on USA. Money line. You heard it here first. That's all you need to
I
know.
actually heard that on Bill Krackenberger earlier today, but nevertheless,
I don't listen to Bill Krackenberger.
You heard it here.
Listen to
You heard
me.
it from Rich
All
second.
75
That's
of
good.
You, minus
That's
the 3 guys here.
I think it was-
71 of you. Take home the winner. That's a great pick right
that's
there.
a good
USA.
pick. I
Take
would
it
have
to the
probably
bank.
taken the 6.5, but nevertheless, I like the pick.
I didn't know we were commentating on each other's
I'm
picks. of them.
commentating on yours because you got something
Unbelievable.
that you like to refer to
Last
as
time
a
I checked, I,
ram at
I have a
home.
better track record than you.
Explain to us, Jimmy, what a ram at home is again.
I'm not into my Ram at home. That's not my Ram at home.
He's adding 2. He's adding, and
The
we'll
Ram
be
at home
we'll
is
count
actually a
that. So I hope it
secret.
does come
No
home.
one knows about
It's
it.
not part of your top 3 picks.
No,
No,
his Ram
That
is not
seems
part.
a little.
It's a
Little
bonus.
sus. Little
It's a
sus.
bonus pick. It's a Ram at home.
Bonus ram at home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the rules
Let's
unofficially
take,
state that if it's a ram
the
or a
last
jam, you can add it in addition to your allotted 3 picks, right? I think
Yes,
we.
sir.
Yeah, I think
It's
that's
already
in
been
there.
established.
Footnote
Bam, bam,
3
thank
on
you,
the
bam.
final page. All right,
Last,
Richie, you got
rest of the regular picks here is
Hawaii,
I messed up on them last
Stanford.
week.
You're
Yep. I
taking
messed
the
up on
money
them last
line.
week. This
Plus
game
130.
is in Hawaii. Stanford, terrible. Just a terrible team. Take the team with the game in their belt in Hawaii. Timmy Chang is back. These flying
Timmy Chang.
Hawaiians. Money line.
They have no force.
I don't know what it is. Plus 130, I think, off the top of my head.
It's plus 130. You're correct. Yes, sir.
Take that or the plus 3. I just don't see how Stanford can hang with it. But Hawaii's going to put up 35 points. Stanford might run for 8 points.
Wow.
Last week you took Vanderbilt, right?
Last week I took Vanderbilt. I learned my lesson, and
You
I
said
like. I
Similar
seen what
things
Timmy
about
Chang
Same
can
thing,
do.
last
yeah.
week. That
They
were
went
the
cross
worst.
country, lost by 7. Now they're at home, playing at 11 p.m. on Friday night. Give me Timmy Chang.
Timmy Chang.
Give me those Hawaiian helmets with the islands on it. I like it all. The yellow, the white, the green. There's no yellow, but white, the green.
Maybe just
Winner.
ease off the microphone a little bit if you're going to.
I'm excited. It's
hollering.
week 1, baby. I've been waiting for this all year. When you've been picking MLS for 14 weeks, this is what you get.
Yeah, Canadian football. No,
Hey,
we
my
got-
microphone
we got
broke.
NCAA.
He broke
Did you
your
break the
microphone,
stand,
Jimmy.
Rich?
I know. I got
Fuck, those were new as of last week.
Going,
Barrier.
"Rah!"
He's really excited. He
Yeah,
really
you
likes
okay?
those picks. Especially after last week, Jimmy. Did he not tell us how bad Hawaii was?
I think
I mean, give me a
No,
break.
I said they're going to be improved. If you listen to last week's
I'm gonna go back
episode.
and listen to it again.
You should listen to it again. 'Cause you don't
Hey,
know
Rich, reach
everything.
around. There's a
Nobody
nut.
does.
There's a nut on the other side there that you're gonna have to tighten.
We're not doing
Feel
reach
it there?
rounds.
Hey, reach. That's your favorite topic, Tones. I know how
Yeah,
you are.
so-
Or if you want to
You want
raise
me
it
to
up or down,
ram it
loosen
home
that
here
nut.
while I'm going, or you want me to just come back to it? Do we want to have our own segment on ramming home?
We can. We can. You want to give your ram? You want to wait
Yeah,
till after
should-
we're done, then you can deliver your ram.
Sure.
Why don't you
All
wait
right.
until after the show's over and then give us your
A ram postulation.
Hey, I'm 3-0 on ramming homes,
Shit.
and I'm feeling good about this one's.
All right, Tones, you're up, buddy. I got your top picks here, and one of which is also one of my top picks. So I'm happy to see that. You got
Okay.
first
We're
one.
on-
We got
we're in
over
sync.
51.5. ECU at Michigan minus 115 at MGM.
I thought that was a low number. I think Michigan's going to come out and establish their offense. They may throw over 50 points up alone without ECU or East Carolina doing anything. So they're going to give Corum and Edwards time. And they're rotating the coaching staff. They're going to want to impress Coach Harbaugh on the sidelines and throw up run up the score. So I could see that easily being 60 plus points on that total. So
Taking the words out of my mouth here, buddy. Second
pick
pick.
from Dave Shaw.
Dave Shaw. Yeah, Dave Shaw's a Michigan man.
He's got a Michigan hat on most of the time I see him. You got Fresno State. Looks like plus 3.5, minus 110 against Purdue.
Yeah, I've heard an expert on the radio give this a 5-star.
Wow.
Said Fresno should be actually the favorite in this game, not the dog. So I went with that. Heard it on our local sports radio. So I'm taking Fresno State against Purdue with the points.
Local sports guy, eh?
Ooh, that's not good.
He might not be exactly an expert.
No. The guy on the commercial.
Oh, Johnny Avila,
Mm-hmm.
Oh, from DraftKings? Yeah, good guy. Italian fella.
formerly of Valley Sports,
Bailey Sports.
Valley Casino.
You got over 59.5. The OSU at Indiana game at minus 105. That also
Yeah,
at
I
BetMGM.
think Ohio State establishing quarterbacks, so they're probably gonna play both, and they're both gonna want to prove that they're a starter. And Indiana can throw up points too. I think Ohio State's defense can be a little weaker, and I could easily see this being a 40-something to 20-something game. So
Yeah, Indiana scores a lot against Ohio State for
Yeah.
some reason. They always put up 20.
yeah, so
49-20.
I could see
That sounds like a classic Ohio State.
it could be a
Indiana does.
65 plus point game. So I think that was I like the over on that.
Well, Tones, I'll support your pick, unlike Daryl.
Yeah,
Nice
thank you.
pick.
I like supporting
Yeah,
staff here,
It's all about supporting.
not taking each other down.
Just be nice every once in a while.
We build bridges. We don't. What did Hillary say
burn
that
'em.
one? Yeah, something like that. I don't remember.
Bridge to nowhere situation.
When they
Yeah.
go low, we go high.
We go high. We do go high. All right, D-Dub, I got you next, buddy. We got MLS soccer, the San Jose Earthquakes versus Minnesota United. Over 3.5
So week
goals
one
total.
Football starts off.
And we're
and
doing-
MLS soccer.
You
I
know,
didn't expect to see that. Actually, I didn't expect to see any of these now that I'm looking at them. Okay, interesting. Go
you
go
like
ahead.
that? It's a value pick.
Yeah,
Positive
plus 210.
EV. Positive EV, and if you would have went to DraftKings at the same time, you'd have got plus 170.
Oh, wow.
So it's kind of one of those things where I'm trying to explain it to Rich. Last week, you got to shop that line, Rich.
Had
I
a
saw
hard
that
time.
line today. It was plus 210 on DraftKings.
No,
So I
it was
actually
not.
thinking about taking San Jose because they're
You're
at
so
home.
full of beans.
Are they at home against Los Angeles? Is that the game?
It's
go ahead and look.
Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Yeah, Minnesota.
Are they at home though?
No, on the road. You're thinking of something
Why?
else.
They're terrible. That can't be right.
You looked at the over 3.5, an alternate spread.
No, I looked at the.
All right, then.
took
So
a
you're
San
comparing
Jose.
apples to oranges. Stick
You
to
took San
picking
Jose, you
apples
said.
and not apples and oranges.
I'd like to pick apples.
So that's a good pick there, just based on the value. It's probably not going to come home. It's plus 210, but nevertheless, comparative to other sports books, it's going to get you, 3 or 4 tenths of a horse more coming home.
I like
So,
that. You also
What
have
else you got there,
in the
Jimmy?
Major League Baseball Association, you have the Braves at the Dodgers under 6.5 runs. That's the 30. That's tonight's game at 10:11 p.m. Plus 200 on that one.
10 p.m. technically, but I don't want to get into a
I'm just going by what you
argument
plugged
with
in
you.
here.
Maybe wrong.
Yeah.
I might have typed that in wrong. Strider's pitching. I like the under. Again, positive EV. What was the odds on that, Jimmy?
You're at plus 200 there.
Plus 200. If you go to DraftKings at the same time that I made that bet, it was plus 170. Again, Rich, if you'd have betted on DraftKings,
I don't believe any of
like
this
the
shit you're
only-
saying.
Well, I'll show you the picture here.
I don't believe it.
Nevertheless,
I don't believe it, and I don't have the time to shop it, my friend.
well, that's fine. But I mean, you're going to lose out on what 0.3?
Yeah, don't do that.
It's just
I
bad
am about
gambling.
to hire a lawyer for defamation
Slander.
of character.
Of character, yes.
All right.
Well,
Dylan, you got anything going on? Well, Dale, you probably have one of those.
What else you got there, Jimmy?
We have some.
Is that a conflict of interest to represent me versus your brother?
Do you have monies?
He
We
could be a
have
good brother.
WNBA. You got the Seattle Storm at the Sparks. You're taking the Sparks less 5.5, taking the handicap. They're minus 114 over at the FanDuel.
That's another value pick.
Can I interject
DraftKings
here?
was minus 200.
Hold on. Wasn't Daryl in charge of 3 conferences this year for college football?
Where's my red flag?
I've already told you everything
This
you need
is-
to know
yeah.
about those conferences.
WNBA with
Oh, he's
college
flagging
football
him?
starting?
I thought we were supposed to pick the
Wait a
game of
minute.
the week from each of our conferences.
What's-
I don't
what's going
think-
on here?
Was that part of the
WNBA
required
action.
rules here?
What was the flag for?
Flag.
Because he's in charge of 3 conferences. I get 1 pick from either
College-
of his conferences.
The flags for college football starting and
Yeah.
betting on
week
women's
1,
basketball.
and I'm trying
Oh,
to find out about
well.
the Sparks game.
We'll have to check the
Unbelievable.
contract here. I'm not sure if we're required to take picks.
Well, I did. If you would have noticed, actually, I had a Mountain West, a Big 12, and a Sun Belt team.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Everybody.
Just deliver us some winners.
Yeah.
Rich held true to our deal here.
Yeah. I don't know. I
I
don't
guess
care
I
about
missed.
the WNBA.
I guess I missed this secret
Anybody else care
handshake
about
deal
the
we had.
WNBA? I don't.
That's
All I
fair.
know
I'll be
is
sure to jump on that one.
Dale. No, I don't have a official pick input from you. Do you have anything that you're
Oh.
hot on this week?
Yeah, this was kind of a last second thing. I'm sorry, but
No, it's okay.
oh, I got some 5-star millennial locks. If you
Oh,
guys want
millennial locks?
Millennials?
5-star millennial
Holy
locks.
I'm a
shit.
zillennial, so that's
If anybody's sitting on the sideline and not betting the Kansas City Chiefs versus the Detroit Lions, they're crazy. Take all the money that you win or lose this week and fire it on Thursday night's game.
You got.
Kansas City. You can buy it down to a 6 for double juice. We'll do whatever you want to do, whatever makes you feel comfortable. You're not going to have to pay it anyways.
You're real fun.
By the way, Jimmy, his lines are coming from Vinny Gumbats.
Oh, is that Rodney
It's not
Dangerfield's
FanDuel
doctor?
per se, but I
Macomb
mean,
County.
I
We-
think
We
the
have to
Lions,
move the line around here.
the
Macomb
Lions
County.
might shock the world next week. I don't know.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's not going to happen this week, but
Okay.
it might happen. I hope it happens one day. I'm a big Lions fan, but this might be the biggest smoke out in the history of the Kansas City Chiefs ball game. Well, it's not since Lenny Dawson have we seen a team that can put so many points on the board.
I need to.
Now,
You're the only one alive between all of us that saw Lenny Dawson play.
I've seen them all. Now, I'm going to have to go against Rich on this Hawaii pick. I don't know how
Ooh.
Stanford could possibly lose to Coach Chang. I can't see it. So there's another one you can put some money on.
You know David Shaw's not coaching there anymore. Right?
I'm putting money on
Down
that.
goes Timmy.
The only reason that I would think that's a good pick is because
the fires.
everybody in the history of the world wants to bet something when every other bet's over with.
Exactly.
And they search and they're like, oh my gosh, Hawaii still goes off. Let's get some money on it. So yeah, take Stanford. Okay, now here's a role reversal. As a young student at the University of Michigan, the one thing that you hated, well, I hated when I would take bets in from other Michigan students was when they were smart enough to know that Michigan will never, ever ever cover a spread in the first 3 games of the year.
Hmm.
That being said, go the other way. Take them.
Not so fast.
Not so fast, my friend. Take them.
Was it
Play with
35?
it. It's 35 and a half.
35?
To take it, dip it, do whatever you want to do with it, and put it with the over 51 and a half because that over is going to be done by one team.
Yeah.
Yes.
I agree. I'm
Yes.
on the point with that.
So I think you got a couple of good bets. You know, you might want to take. I think Michigan State will win the game, but I think that you might want to take Central Michigan plus the 14 and a hook because I don't know. I'm not sold on this guy. Who is this guy? Virgil from the $1 Million Man or something like that.
I'm not sold on Mel Tucker.
I'm not sold on this guy.
Virgil.
Mel
He does
Tucker,
look like Virgil.
Mel Tucker has the most bloated contract
I
along
just
with
can't-
Javi Baez.
I think
What do you
that-
care, Tones?
I can't see it. And if you want one for futures, I would say go ahead and jump on USC plus a point and a hook over Notre Dame later on in the season. Get it now because that could
Jeez.
move, and that could move a lot. So get it now while you're getting points because you won't get points when
We're
kickoff
usually
comes.
limited to 3
Yeah.
picks here, Dale, but you
Oh.
look pretty comfortable there.
I
with
had
your
no
fourth.
idea.
That's
He
all
threw a
right.
future
I'm a
out
big
there.
fan of the show, but I hadn't seen that many.
Not only
games.
does that, put his hands behind his head like it was a
Like what do you want to go over?
Why-
So that's
like
just a few
Tones
picks.
was next to him. I lost Tones' head for a second when Dale had his arms up.
All right,
I think I like all those. There's nothing there I would disagree with.
JT, you're a wise man.
I
Let's hear
am.
what you got to say.
Here's what I got to say. Let me put mine up on the
only
screen
man in
here.
the black here.
I have over 51 and a half ECU Michigan. I have 2 units on that one. I think that's the most brain dead pick that you could possibly make. Period. And like Dale, like you said, I think there shouldn't be any issue with Michigan putting 51 and a half on the board by themselves. But in the off chance that they don't, let's say they put up, 48. We need a field goal from, or 49. We need a field goal from ECU. I think they can probably manage that at some point throughout the game. So that's a 2-unit wager for me. And then I also have a 1-unit fade and rich, and I didn't even know it. I got TCU minus 20 and a half. Colorado.
Go Frogs.
And what's that?
Go Frogs.
Yeah, I like the Frogs, but I do think Coach Prime might be maybe a little overrated. I think they're giving this Colorado team too much credit here.
I think there's a lot of racism on the show, honestly. I don't know why you guys hate Coach Prime.
Jeez.
That's what you think, huh?
I think he's got Colorado ready to play, dude.
I think he's a great coach, and Colorado probably wins 5, maybe 6 games this year.
Yep, I agree.
Well, yeah, I'm not saying he's going to be a bad coach, but I think that should be more like TCU laying 30, not 20 and a half here.
Why? Who's on TCU that you
They
like so much
lost.
this year?
They lost their whole offense.
I understand they lost their
Really?
whole
Who do you
offense, but
name us the Colorado offensive line?
I know Little Sanders is
Sanders.
quarterback.
And Sanders,
That's nepotism at its
Colonel
best.
Sanders, Barry Sanders.
They also had the number 1 quarterback in the country 2 years ago. He brought over from Jacksonville State.
Yeah.
So which one is it? Is it going to be?
I will say that the interesting thing about I think TCU is actually, once again, it's 20 and a half we're talking. TCU is going to definitely win this game. And if you recall, Max Duggan did not win that job last year. He actually lost it to the quarterback that's starting tomorrow or Saturday. So TCU at quarterback should be okay. I just don't know about the rest of their position. Their top 2 running backs were awesome, and they lost them both. And
They'll win by 2 touchdowns, I think. So
I'm saying 4 touchdowns. Find yourself an alternate line and
Hey, I hope you
play
guys
that
are right.
plus
hope you guys are right.
170 probably, Jimmy.
yeah, trying
As
to find
one
their
person
stability
told me
scores.
a long time ago. Hogs, dogs, and frogs.
That's right.
Hogs, dogs, and
And you're
frogs.
taking you called them the Buffs,
The
which
Buffs.
is a pair of sunglasses, I think.
the Buffs.
Never.
I'm pretty sure that the Buffaloes go by Buffs.
Oh,
Buffs.
that's different.
They do.
Okay.
Let me find it here. Here we go. You guys ever hear of stability scores when you're? Because the first week of college football, the first week of pro football, you know, pro football more so than college football, but it's really difficult to handicap a team, right? So what you can do is you can assign a stability score to each team based on is the coach returning, how many of their starters are returning, so on and so forth. And just using that, TCU has an 11-point advantage over Colorado just in stability, not including the
Of
quality.
course, because Colorado sucks so bad that Deion got rid of the whole roster.
Yet you picked them this week.
Yeah, I
I'm
mean,
not
it's,
going on. The stability is improved.
Yeah, I think you overhauled. You got rid of the.
You got rid of the junk.
You got rid of the dead weight on the roster.
Yeah, you
and
move
you
into a
filled
house,
it.
you don't keep all the old antiques. You get rid of that shit.
And And I
Clean
think
it out.
I think
Go
he
to
knows
the
how to
IM.
motivate a team to play though, and he's gonna get the max out of them. I'm telling you.
Yeah, he's going to come in with some swagger.
Oh,
and
his
I
first
wouldn't doubt
game,
that.
he's gonna have the guys juiced.
Yeah.
Juiced.
Colorado jumps up 10-0. You guys all be
He'll
wrong
be,
boat.
he'll be freaking out.
I'll tell you what.
Swagger scale, Jimmy.
I don't have any data on that, but I,
Yeah.
10.6.
Yeah, Deion's got 7.5 swagger.
I will
There you
say
go.
I'll put up
That
two
offsets it,
cigars
but-
each for Tones and Rich. I'll put 2 cigars each, saying that TCU covers the 20.5.
I
All right,
think
whatever.
You wanna
look
do
at
it?
that About 27.5.
I love myself. some
That's what I'm
frogs,
saying.
but
27.5, possibly 30, but it's a touchdown plus shy here.
I'm actually glad I covered this game. You know why I covered this game, Dubs? Because this was the biggest game in the Big 12 this week. That's why I covered it. It brought a lot of good conversation.
That'll make you the biggest loser of the Big
Wait.
12 this week.
Well, I would have loved to hear about some independents.
What
Crickets.
conference you covering in the WNBA, Rich?
Yeah, I don't know.
Which conference?
Western, Eastern? I don't even know what there is. In the WNBA.
Oh boy. I think in my defense, ECU, they're in the AAC, I think, aren't they? American Athletic
Oh, they're
Conference,
probably
pretty
one of
sure.
your conferences for sure,
Yeah.
Jimmy.
Yeah, so that's one of my conferences, so I'll take it. Yeah, I'll take that. Well, guys, those are some interesting picks. Are we on for the 2 cigar
I
bet
don't
here
care.
for the?
Do you want the ram at home though?
Oh shit, that's right. Yeah, give us the ram at home, man.
It actually was brought up by somebody here that did not get as good as line as I did on DK of all places, which is disappointing to hear. But I locked it in today. I have Fresno State +4.
Oh, okay.
But I
That
agree
is-
with Tones.
Yeah, Tones.
Purdue has a defensive coach they brought in this year. Tell me that makes sense for a team that is only known for offense. You're going to bring in a defensive coach.
For
Tell-
spoiler making.
Telfor's back at Fresno State after a little health scare, and Fresno State's going to compete for one of the Mountain West conference, whatever division they're in. So +4, I love it.
Yep, down year for Purdue.
Put the bourbon up, put the house mortgage up for sale, whatever you got. Put the house up north.
All right, that's
Yeah,
a ram
Fresno
it.
State Bulldogs, baby.
Who's back? Who's back for Fresno?
The Telfor, the coach.
Coach.
Telfor.
Yeah, he was out for a couple of years. He had some health issues apparently. Yeah, I can't see. I think Purdue's going to struggle.
Sounds like a
Why
Jerry
would you
Kill
bring in a
situation.
defensive coach at Purdue? Like, that's your identity at Purdue. I mean, you better bring in somebody that throws for 500 yards a game,
Yeah.
right?
Spread offense coach.
I'll tell you what, guys. Fresno State was all about their quarterback last year.
Yes.
He's
He
not
wasn't
there.
even that
He's
good.
not returning. And by God, the other thing would be Purdue is going to win that game. So the question becomes, will they lose? They win
I
by
disagree.
less than 4. I don't know, man.
I don't know. I'm all in on the Valley this week. Let's go.
I think
4-0.
that-
We're moving to 4-0.
probably
Jump
better.
aboard with me because
Fresno,
I haven't
baby.
lost yet. Fresno State.
I think
We're
it's
at-
better than your other 3 picks, but it's still a loser.
Don't ask for your opinion.
It was nice of you to compliment him before you cut him down there, D-Dub. All right. You guys want to know the answer to that trivia question?
I guess so.
Yeah.
You want me to go through the?
I know who
Yeah,
they
go
won-
ahead and collect
lost in
them
the bowl
out.
game too.
I have no clue on this.
I know who they lost in the bowl game too. But
Yes, we know they lost to Michigan.
yes.
The-
Lloyd Carr's last game as a Michigan coach.
Question
Should I
was
read
in,
these off,
in
Jimmy, or
well, yeah, in 2008, Tim Tebow gave his famous promise speech after Florida lost to which team? Got the answer on the screen for the folks at home. What did anybody say there, D-Dub?
okay. This one looks like a ram at home. He says Bama.
Wrong.
We got. I'm guessing this is Dale. Florida versus Tennessee.
Incorrect.
Tones says Miami,
Incorrect.
and yours truly says the Ohio State.
Wow, we all had different picks.
Wow.
And none of which were correct. So I'm buying the beer next week. The goddamn answer was Ole Miss. Ole Miss. And text from the speech is now engraved
Eli
outside of
Manning,
Ben
maybe?
Hill.
Was
Griffin.
that Eli Manning back then? Yeah.
I-
Was it? No.
This was,
No, it was before that.
what I
Eli
say?
Manning.
Oh, wait. This happened?
Eli Manning was before that.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Ole Miss.
Ofer.
Ofer. I'm buying the beer. 2 weeks in a row I'm buying the beer.
So tell us a little bit about that game there, Jimmy.
I don't have anything beyond the fact that it was written. Text from the speech is now engraved outside of Ben Hill Griffin Stadium.
Do you think
Yeah.
that Mr. Tebow referenced our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ?
He said the end of it was God bless. He did say that. Yeah,
That's
that's normal.
not
That's not
that guy.
that's not too outrageous. Yeah.
Great
Churches.
college player.
Yeah, I love that dude.
You know, you can say what you
Interesting.
want about him. He is a little. I mean, he's very straightforward on his belief. I mean, the guy never hurt anybody.
That's right.
never heard anybody.
Great college player. Thought he won the Heisman twice, but you said no. Didn't look that up.
Nobody's won the
Nobody's done
Heisman
it.
Trophy twice except for
Archie.
Archie.
Yeah, he probably was there
I don't even
3
know if
years.
it's his first name or
It's
his
not,
last name, but
it's not going
Archie.
to happen this year either. It's going to be.
No, because voters
so
do
hard.
not want to break that streak.
Yeah, they could have had Herschel Walker do it, and they went against him.
I think you got to be so good the second year that you got to be above and beyond, and it's just not going to happen.
Who won that the next year, Dale?
The next year, probably Tony Dorsett. I don't know.
No,
Billy Sims?
Dorset is not younger than Herschel Walker.
76
but
or
76.
Maybe
and he was
Charles
80,
White or somebody else.
81. Yeah, probably.
Was
Might
that
have
Doug Flutie? No, that was later.
Oh, you're in the
The
ballpark.
Flutie Flakes.
Flutie Flakes.
Flutie Flakes.
Great player.
You guys want to do some shout outs?
Them were the good old days.
Are we at that?
We should have a.
We're at the end,
What's
man.
the shout- I don't know. Shout out.
This
Hour
is it?
36.
Wow.
Man, Jimmy, when you're not here, things really get
Oh,
going.
time
you know?
flies. Yeah.
And then Daryl's brother neutralizes Daryl.
Well, hopefully, Dale, you'll be able to come back when I'm there. I'm there almost every
If
week.
you ever have an invitation, I'd love to come back and see you guys again. This is fantastic.
Yeah,
Mitch
man,
is
we'd
gonna
love to
end
have
up
you.
With somebody's gonna hit up in the parking lot with the crowbar or something like that.
Why?
What?
So the Dale's back.
Because Daryl disapproves their picks. Someone's gonna
What
cost
else
you.
is new? All I do is support the guy every
He's
week.
gonna galootly you.
I mean,
Sounds like a good
I'll
long
tell
term
you, I
friendship.
think this all comes back to me missing a 5-foot putt this weekend. This is what this is all about.
Oh yeah, I meant to
Sadly,
ask.
no.
How was
No.
the golf?
Not good.
No.
Not good for me, sir. Daryl played pretty good though.
For me, I played pretty good, and Rich, he played better back in April when we first got back on the links.
Okay.
It's weird.
It was
I don't-
bad. Not good. But shout out to Bruce Wayne next to me here. It's always good to see Dale. And shout out to your dad. I know he had some health issues. And Tones. Tones had some. Dad had some health issues.
Yeah, shout out to
They're
my
keeping
dad.
that Henry Ford hospital going over there.
My dad's paying for the new wing over there.
Yeah.
My wife said, we're not. I'm not. She's not ready to see our parents. And that's unfortunately part of the way life goes. You just never know.
Yep.
And you might die at 50, and you might stick around, and you never know. You may have good years all the way to 80, or you might have 5 crummy years in the 60s.
Sure.
I think I'll be like the Michigan game over 51 and a half. So.
Yeah, I golf better in my 70s.
A little more golf in your 70s than you did in your 40s.
It's 2 years in a row I haven't seen the course.
Isn't that the worst?
It's crazy.
Yeah. I think I played
I
once.
played more
once
this year than I have in the last 10 years, and I've officially played 5.5 rounds.
Next
So-
Friday. Next Friday,
Should
buddy.
have had those boss tweeds in that half round.
5 and
Yeah.
a hook.
Keep it open.
Keep that peanut butter flowing.
Yeah, something like that.
My shout out was actually that's what it was. It was Papa Dubs and Papa L over there. Hope both those guys in the same hospital, incidentally. Hope they both get well real soon.
No, maybe we could get them in the same room, but yet that would be a downgrade because they've got these killer
My
rooms
dad's
over
got an
there.
awesome room. I might watch the Michigan game with him in his room. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it's like a fucking,
How did you score that?
it's like a bachelor pad in there.
Huh.
Should bring these beers and cigars over there.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
got
do it
a,
up.
revolving door of women coming in and out of there.
Yeah.
I might
Order
check
up
myself
some
in
beers.
over there. Jesus. Yeah. Well, guys, again, Dale, thanks for coming by, man. Like I said, I
Yeah.
wish I was there. I
JT,
feel
this is
bad.
fantastic.
Some
here.
new
You guys
blood
do
in
a
the
great
equation.
job.
Oh,
Big
appreciate
fan.
that. Appreciate that. And Daryl, you want to hit the outro music there? We've done all the damage we can do, unless you guys have anything else you
I
want
was
to
just
add.
going to ask Dale, what's your favorite episode?
Oh, the one where Anthony admitted he had never had a Bloody Mary.
Oh
Give me
yeah.
I fell out of my seat.
I still have not had a bloody
Okay, You got to come with us then to the Michigan. We'll go to the Bowling Green
Wait,
tailgate.
I heard what the best Bloody Mary is in New Buffalo, Michigan.
Sure.
Buffalo.
Somebody on the
Down south there?
971 called and said the
From-
best Bloody Marys are
Yeah.
New
Did
Buffalo.
they say they were from New Buffalo?
No,
Don't.
just said
They own
Hey,
a bar in New Buffalo.
the bar.
No, Eastern Market is the best Bloody Mary I've had. so
Okay,
far.
if somebody wants
Was
to
that,
provide me, somebody wants to provide me with
pretty
the
good
best
one
Bloody
down there.
Mary that they know, I will try it on the
Yeah,
show.
we'll get you out.
Okay.
Get you out of your house.
I've
pals.
heard that the best New Buffalo wings are coming from New Buffalo, Michigan. I
No,
don't know if there's
come
any
on,
truth to
man.
that.
the Spartan Sports Den used to make a good Bloody Mary.
Oh
Was-
yes, they did. Especially when cue ball got picked, I had to drink about 7 of them.
Cue ball and yeah,
The,
good draft that
the
year.
secret ingredient,
was he our 4th round pick? Was our first pick?
the secret ingredient was
Moved up.
steak sauce.
Hey, Jim, are we able to get a shot of the Mackinac Bridge, or you can't?
Mackinac
that.
Bridge is that way. Lake Huron's right there, but it's obviously dark
Yeah,
now,
you
and
can't see it
I
from
couldn't go right.
obstructive view.
Yeah, I couldn't go
was
right
at,
in.
I was at Jimmy's cabin last summer. Yeah, there.
Yeah,
What do you think of Bloody Mary this weekend at the golf course?
Very good.
That was a
What was
phenomenal.
that? Pigeon Creek.
Pigeon
Yeah, I
Forge.
go to Pigeon
Bird
Creek
Creek.
before I went to New Buffalo. What the hell?
Jimmy, can you show us a view of the blue moon out there?
Oh yeah, Blue Moon. That's right.
there's not much
That's not gonna
I'm
make for a
seeing
very
right now.
good
I mean,
podcast.
it's really dark over here. I'm actually upstairs in our bedroom, but it's really I can't see shit besides a car driving down the road in front of us right now. Unfortunately, I'll take a picture. And I'll bring it along next week, along with pictures of the pizza that I had in New York, and then I have some video too that Rich sent me. I haven't had a chance to look at yet, but that'll be on next week.
That's
And
directed by-
hopefully we'll have a mic stand
Yeah.
for Rich if he's. You all right, buddy?
I don't know.
Hard time with that thing, man.
For me. I'm out of here.
Yeah.
Go green.
Yeah,
Go white.
it's-
I'm out of here.
watching him fucking with that thing for the last hour. Oh God, it's awesome.
What do you got lined up over there, Jimmy? Anything special?
What's up here?
Yeah, the next few days.
No, we're just gonna hang out, walk around. I don't think we're even gonna go to the island.
No.
No, I think we're just gonna hang out in the city and hang out here and go to the beach and.
No island.
No, I don't think we're
I
gonna do the
think-
island this time.
I think we're gonna come up there next summer, so we'll coordinate with you.
Yeah, we'll do it next year. I know we did it last year, and it's
We're,
just
we're gonna spend one night on the island, and we'll come hang out with you one night.
kids at,
I like
at
that.
my son's age.
Read-
I don't think he doesn't get a lot out of it. It smells
Yeah.
like horse shit, and there's just a bunch
I
of old
mean,
houses and
You
shit.
don't need
Right?
to go twice a year to the island, but
I like that
Right.
Reba's fudge though. She's pretty good.
Yeah, fudge is good.
I like that pinkish pony.
Pink
place.
Pony is
Yeah.
the greatest place.
Yeah, Pink Pony's awesome. See, Mom and Dad, we like that, but he doesn't want to go there. So
Indeed.
yeah,
What's the ice cream place on there? Mo's or
Well, no,
Muma's?
Mackinac City. Every other place is ice cream, fudge, candy, T-shirt. Ice cream, fudge, candy, T-shirt.
That sounds a lot like the island.
Yeah.
yeah,
What are Lisa
exactly.
and Nona's? Right, you can walk there on the strip. Fantastic.
What is it?
Lisa Nona's, I think.
Lisa Nona's
It's right in the middle of the strip.
in the city.
Fantastic. It's the one place you can go. Yeah, in the city.
I can't even picture
Rich
that.
just dropped the mic. He's out.
See you, Rich.
He's not going to stick around for hour 2
He
of the
dropped
show.
the mic. He
Yeah, it's
said,
halftime.
my fucking picks are gonna slaughter Daryl and eat it. Basically,
We'll bill you for the mic arm.
I'm trending on 3 for 3 for Rich this week. So,
Okay.
and the ramen home is a bonus 4 for 4.
All right.
Some bold picks.
They are bold picks. I'm looking forward to winning 4 cigars this week. So that's
Yeah, I
it.
think you got it, Jimmy, with that TCU pick.
Yeah, I think 100%
That's,
there.
That's a jam at home.
I'm doing
Yeah.
mudslides again next week. Bring it back. Bring it back.
And just to reiterate, instead of ramming it and jamming it, try just being nice to her. And that's all. Have a good nice show, guys.
Hey, it's the big white
you
button
next
on your
week.
right there, pal. They'll give us some outro music if
white-
you want to do it.
Does it say cut? Does it say
No, it's on the right corner, bottom right. Nah, shit, that's not it. It should say outro.
These are the top hits.
Then let's play every one of them. Go for it. Hey, there we go.
Good night, everybody.
Cool. Good night,
Enjoy some
everybody.
college
Thanks for watching.
football.
Oh, we'll be back early next week.